Bitcoin, the revolution of digital money. Money is changing. Imagine a world where you can send money to anyone on the planet without banks, governments, or permission. A financial system that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, controlled not by a company, but by millions of computers spread across the globe. It sounds like science fiction, but it already exists. And its name is Bitcoin. To some people, Bitcoin is the greatest financial revolution in modern history. To others, it is just a bubble. But regardless of opinions, one thing is certain. Bitcoin permanently changed the way the world sees money. Today, we are going deep into the story of Bitcoin, from its mysterious creation to its rise as one of the most valuable assets on Earth. Who created Bitcoin? Why was it invented? How does it work? And could it actually replace traditional money? Chapter 1. The birth of Bitcoin. It all began in 2008. The world was facing one of the largest financial crises in history. Major banks were collapsing. Millions of people were losing jobs, homes, and savings, while governments printed trillions of dollars to rescue financial institutions. Trust in the banking system was falling apart. It was during this chaotic period that a person or group, using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, published a 9-page document. Its title was simple: Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The idea was revolutionary: to create decentralized digital money. No banks, no intermediaries, no government control. In January 2009, the first block of the Bitcoin network was created, known as the Genesis block. Inside it, Satoshi left a hidden message. The Times 03/Jan/2009 Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. A direct reference to the banking crisis happening at that time. Bitcoin was more than technology. It was a statement against the traditional financial system. Chapter 2. How Bitcoin works. But how exactly does Bitcoin work? The secret lies in a technology called blockchain, a kind of public digital ledger. Every Bitcoin transaction is recorded in blocks. Those blocks are connected together in sequence, forming a chain. That is where the name comes from. Blockchain. What makes the system truly remarkable is that it is not stored on a single server. Instead, it exists simultaneously on thousands of computers around the world. This makes Bitcoin extremely difficult to hack or manipulate. To validate transactions, the network uses a process called mining. Thousands of computers compete to solve complex mathematical problems. Whoever solves the problem first receives newly created Bitcoins as a reward. This mechanism secures the network, and it also controls the creation of new coins. Unlike traditional money, which governments can print endlessly, Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist. There will never be more than that. This scarcity is one reason many people refer to Bitcoin as digital gold, a rare asset, limited, and potentially extremely valuable. Chapter 3. From unknown currency to billions of dollars. During its early years, almost nobody took Bitcoin seriously. Then, in 2010, one of the most famous stories in cryptocurrency history took place. A programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. Today, those coins would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But at the time, they seemed almost worthless. Slowly, interest in Bitcoin began to grow. Online communities started discussing the potential of this new technology. Curious investors entered the market. Companies began accepting Bitcoin payments. And then, the price exploded, from cents to dollars, from dollars to thousands, and eventually to tens of thousands of dollars for a single Bitcoin. Bitcoin became a global phenomenon, creating millionaires overnight, but also attracting scams, criticism, and extreme volatility. Chapter 4. The fear of governments and banks. Bitcoin's growth caught the attention of governments and central banks. For the first time in modern history, there was a global financial system operating outside government control. That created concern. Some countries attempted to ban Bitcoin. Others decided to regulate the market. At the same time, large financial institutions began changing their opinions. Major companies started investing billions into cryptocurrencies. Investment funds launched Bitcoin-related products. Even traditional banks began offering crypto services. What was once seen as an internet experiment was slowly entering the heart of the global financial system. Chapter 5. Could Bitcoin replace money? The big question is, could Bitcoin replace traditional money? Supporters believe the answer is yes. They argue that Bitcoin offers financial freedom, privacy, security, and protection against inflation. In countries suffering from weak currencies and hyperinflation, many people have already started using Bitcoin as a store of value. But critics point out several problems. Bitcoin's price is extremely volatile. Transactions can become slower during periods of network congestion, and governments are unlikely to willingly give up monetary control. There are also environmental concerns surrounding the energy consumption of Bitcoin mining. Even so, both supporters and critics agree on one thing. Blockchain technology is here to stay, and it could transform industries far beyond finance. Chapter 6. The Mystery of Satoshi Nakamoto. And there is one more fascinating detail in this story. Nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. Even today, the identity of Bitcoin's creator remains one of the greatest mysteries on the internet. There are countless theories. Some believe Satoshi was a lone genius. Others think it was a group of developers. But the truth remains unknown. In 2011, Satoshi disappeared from the internet. No announcements, no interviews, no revealed identity, leaving behind only Bitcoin and a financial revolution already in motion.